Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel, Magnetize Official. In today's video, I'm diving into a reading and energy update for our amazing YouTube community. I often receive energetic downloads between readings, and many of these insights come from those of you who are more energetically connected to our close-knit community here. By subscribing and engaging, you strengthen that connection, making it more likely that you'll receive more precise and frequent messages through these videos. Now, let's get started by shuffling the energy oracle cards. I'm asking what the most important message is for everyone tuning in right now. The first card that's come up is Door to Personal Healing and Happiness in reverse. It's been a while since I've referred to this specific guidebook, but something is telling me there's an important guidebook message here. The guidebook mentions that you might be feeling stuck when it comes to your personal goals. It's important to remember that your intentions need to be clear and free from inner conflict. Whatever you're working towards, trust that you're capable of achieving it and that you truly deserve it. Pour your heart into the plans and changes you're aiming for, and recognize that you're worth the time and effort. That might already resonate with someone listening, but let's dive deeper by pulling a card from the Rose Oracle. Oh wait, I mixed up the decks again. This is actually the Work Your Light Oracle, another beautiful deck by Rebecca Campbell. I've been using her decks for years, starting with the Starseed Oracle, and have since added the Work Your Light and Rose Oracle to our collection. If you're feeling drawn to any of them, I definitely recommend checking them out. So, what message do we have from the Work Your Light Oracle? The card that came up is Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? This message is all about recognizing your own value and understanding that you're worth the investment of your own time, energy, and effort. Exciting news! We're thrilled to announce that channel membership is now available. By joining, you'll get exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes content, and special access to our community. It's a fantastic way to support the channel and get even more out of your experience with us. Click the Join button to explore the membership options and see what exciting benefits await you. We can't wait to welcome you to our growing family and share more amazing content together. I'm picking up a strong divine feminine energy here. Now, keep in mind that these are just labels, divine feminine and divine masculine, and we all carry a balance of both energies. So when I channel for the divine feminine or divine masculine, these messages could be speaking to your own inner energies or reflecting something or someone external in your life. I'll be putting divine feminine in the title of this video because that energy is coming through powerfully, and I want to make sure it resonates with those who are feeling that connection. But remember, as I always emphasize in these readings, your intuition is the real guide. It's the key to unlocking your unique path to success, fulfillment, and everything else that comes from following your soul's authentic journey. No one else can define that path for you or tell you who you're meant to connect with. Only you know that for yourself. Interestingly, I just remembered a mini download I received earlier today about soul contracts. I feel like someone out there might have had a question about soul contracts. Maybe you asked the universe, or maybe it's something you've been wondering about on a deeper level. If that resonates with you, take it as a sign of confirmation from your own intuition. For anyone who's been dealing with multiple soul contracts, or maybe just one particularly intense soul contract, and you're feeling frustrated with yourself or the situation, wondering, why can't I let this person go? Or, why does this situation keep coming back like a revolving door? Or, Why do I always find myself drawn back to this person? Even in cases where your conscious mind has told you to move on, or maybe you did separate but somehow keep reconnecting, it can be really confusing. Often, when this happens, it's a sign that there's an unfulfilled soul contract with that person. The lesson here is to surrender to the process and focus on your own self-growth and healing. When it's time for a soul contract to dissolve, whether that means you and this person are meant to part ways temporarily or for a longer period in the physical realm, know that no separation is ever truly permanent. Every soul bond is eternal, a part of you that you carry through lifetimes and the spaces between them. If you have someone in your life whose presence feels confusing or inexplicable, whether it's a friend, family member, or co-worker, and you find it hard to separate or disconnect because your heart keeps pulling you back, know there's a reason they're in your life. Everything and everyone around you right now is part of a divine plan to help your soul grow and expand. Instead of fixating on the external questions like, should I keep them in my life? Or should I cut them out? Which can just cause stress. Focus on your own internal growth. Concentrate on your personal goals, your progress, and your connection to self-love. As you grow and evolve, those connections will naturally either evolve with you if they're meant to continue or fade away effortlessly. You don't need to force anything from a physical standpoint. Of course, if your intuition guides you to set a boundary or make a change, listen to that inner voice. I'm speaking to a specific group of divine feminines who might be feeling tied to certain connections right now. These connections don't have to be romantic. They could be with family, friends, or colleagues. Even if you can't logically understand why they're in your life, trust that there's a higher reason. They are part of your soul's journey and are serving a divine purpose in your growth and evolution. Focus on your internal growth, evolution, and expansion, and everything else will fall into place. As you grow and evolve, those who resonate with your next level will naturally grow and align with you. Conversely, those who don't match your expanded self will start to fade away. Often, you might notice that communication feels off or that you're no longer in sync as your vibrations shift. Our main task, though it can be challenging due to our ego's desire for control and certainty, is to focus on our own inner development and connection with unconditional love. Keep growing and evolving, and let connections that align with this growth stay in your life to support and nourish you. Those that don't align will naturally dissolve or distance themselves, at least for a while. It can be tough to accept, but sometimes you have to allow yourself to say, if this connection isn't aligned with my frequency, it's okay for it to fade away. I won't lower my standards or force a connection that doesn't fit. Trust the process and let things unfold naturally. Another key phrase that's been coming up a lot lately, and I might even share this on Instagram because it's been so persistent, is the idea of having a light touch. Embracing a light touch means adopting an attitude of surrender, not forcing or pushing things, but allowing them to fall into place, dissolve, or move on as needed. Meanwhile, keep your focus on connecting with the frequency of unconditional love, which is really about self-love. When we tune into unconditional self-love, we're actually breaking down the internal barriers that prevent us from radiating that pure, loving frequency outwardly. That was a bit of a roundabout message, but I hope it resonates with those who needed to hear it. I also find it fascinating how the priestess imagery has been showing up so often lately. We keep drawing the literal High Priestess card from the tarot deck. Let me get my decks organized, and we'll explore how you're being called to step up and lead right now. This theme of leadership has been prominent in recent readings, how you're guiding the collective towards higher levels of consciousness, possibly even the fifth dimension. Here we have the Six of Cups, which suggests you might be breaking new ground in your family or generation. You could be the first to achieve something significant, whether it's reaching a new level of success, freedom, or abundance, or embodying a spiritual energy or frequency of love that your ancestors weren't able to fully express in their own lives. With the King of Pentacles reversed, I'm sensing an issue with imbalanced masculine energy. If you identify as a feminine energy, you might have been very independent, perhaps spending a lot of your life single or outside of traditional romantic relationships. While this doesn't apply to everyone, there's a strong theme of independence and self-sufficiency here. This sense of independence could be part of your role in restoring balance between the feminine and masculine energies, particularly within your family lineage. It seems there may have been feminine ancestors who relied heavily on an imbalanced masculine energy, especially financially, and felt powerless or victimized because of it. If this resonates with you, it might explain why you've always felt a strong urge to support yourself and cultivate confidence and autonomy. Your journey is about healing this generational imbalance, where the feminine was overly dependent on a masculine energy that might have been controlling or unstable. Your path is helping to restore that balance and shift the dynamic for future generations. You're here to break the chains and restore balance, which means your journey might look quite different from that of your ancestors. You might find yourself being a source of healing and inspiration, but also facing a fair share of judgment. But don't worry. Seeing the Six of Wands here is a clear sign that you're on the right path and that success is in your future. If you've been questioning whether you're on the right track, especially because your path diverges so much from those around you or from the past, this is your confirmation. Your intuition is spot on, and you're tapping into something powerful that others might not fully understand. That doesn't mean you're wrong. It means you've been given a unique vision that's meant for you to follow. Trust that inner knowing. If you haven't yet experienced the success or recognition symbolized by the Six of Wands, know that it's on the way. This recognition and support might come from unexpected places, often not from those closest to you who might not fully see or understand your true potential. You might feel least supported by people who were once very close to you, whether family, friends, or other influential figures in your life. But that's okay. Your journey is leading you to find support and validation in new and surprising places. You might feel like the people closest to you don't quite grasp or understand your ideas, dreams, or visions. This can be tough, but it's also been a kind of training exercise to help you develop deeper self-trust and a stronger internal connection to your own knowing. Even if it seems like you're not getting the support you need from those around you, it's actually preparing you to attract a higher level of support from unexpected sources. Trusting your inner guidance, despite a lack of external validation, will eventually lead you to find people who resonate with your vision and see the potential in your path. Just know that this support might not come from those who have been closest to you in the past. I'll be reshuffling the cards now. We've touched on some personal messages, so let me know in the comments if anything has resonated with you. I also want to explore any external connections that might be influencing you right now, whether they're romantic interests from your past or present, future acquaintances, or even friends, family, or co-workers. I'm pulling a card that says, I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. It seems someone has been thinking a lot about apologizing and wants you to know you're worth more to me than I let on. I'm feeling a strong emotional response here, with some goosebumps and tears. There's a distinct masculine energy coming through, possibly a father or grandfather figure, or someone who took on a caretaker role in your life. This might not resonate with everyone, but if it does, it could be a significant message for you from an older male presence, whether living or passed on. This message is coming through from someone who, whether they're still here with you or have passed on, has struggled to express their feelings. Their heart may have been closed off, and they might not have been great at showing love and affection. But at a soul level, they want you to know that you mean the world to them. They're cheering you on, whether from the spirit realm or from within their own heart, even if you're no longer in contact. If there's distance between you, this person understands why you might have needed to create that space. They're not asking you to bridge that gap if you're not ready or willing. They just want you to know that they're supporting you spiritually and apologizing for not being more expressive with their feelings. They might have been a person of few words, straightforward and not one for flowery language, but with a genuine, heartfelt presence. I hope this message resonates with whoever it's meant for. It feels very strong and significant. If this doesn't apply to you, let's see what other connections might be influencing your energy. I'm picking up on a deep, romantic energy here. Someone is feeling profoundly in love with you. The word obsessed came through, so it's possible they're thinking about you a lot, maybe even obsessively. Let's dig into who this might be. They could be someone you're currently in touch with, through phone or text, or perhaps they want to reach out more consistently. There's a strong desire from their end for more regular communication, whether it's happening now or not. Interestingly, my phone lit up with a text message right as I was channeling this, which feels like a sign of confirmation. This person might also be struggling to express themselves clearly because of fears that are blocking their throat chakra. You might have caught glimpses of their true feelings during vulnerable moments, even if they're not always able to express it openly due to these fears. I'm picking up on a specific message. I almost held your hand. It's a vivid detail, suggesting that this person might have had a moment where they almost reached out to you, whether by holding your hand or sharing a kiss impulsively, even if it wasn't something that fit the nature of your connection. There might have been some kind of barrier, perhaps a relationship, professional, or cultural boundary, that made such a gesture complicated or inappropriate in the real world. This person might be feeling overwhelmed by their emotions and afraid of acting on impulse because of how deeply they feel for you. It's almost as if their soul is reaching out, feeling torn at a crossroads and unsure about how to move forward. If you're not in touch right now, this person is dealing with a significant life decision and is struggling with how to proceed. For those who are in contact, they may not be sharing this decision with you, but their soul is still reaching out for some kind of guidance or support as they navigate this critical moment in their life. With the cards Karmic Partner reversed and Romance reversed, it's clear that many of you are dealing with a masculine energy who is stuck in a challenging situation. This could be anything from a job, life circumstance, addiction, or behavioral pattern, but often it's a relationship that's lost its spark. They're feeling a lack of passion and romance in this connection. And even when they're with this person, they feel incredibly alone. This is why they can't stop thinking about you. You made them feel truly seen and appreciated, something they're missing in their current situation. No matter how long it's been since you last communicated, the memory of how deeply you connected has left a strong impression on them. The card Perceptions suggests they're beginning to realize that staying in their current situation may have been an illusion. But they're also grappling with their feelings for you, especially if you haven't had much physical time together. It's confusing for them because they felt so understood by you. and that memory contrasts sharply with their current, passionless situation. This contrast is making their feelings for you even more intense and perplexing. With the mirroring card showing up, it seems like there might be a twin flame connection here. The energy of mirroring suggests a deep, reflective bond between you and this person. We also have the card marriage, partnership, commitment, which adds an interesting layer. It looks like if they're involved with a karmic partner, this person is pushing for a higher level of commitment. Whether it's a more solid marriage or a proposal, they're seeking a deeper, more stable connection. However, despite this push for commitment, the romance and connection are missing, leaving them feeling isolated and unnoticed. They might be making excuses or claiming they're not ready for marriage, but the real reason they're holding back is their feelings for you. Your presence and how deeply you made them feel seen are causing them to compare their current situation unfavorably. This contrast is highlighting that their current connection can't offer them the fulfillment and happiness they find with you. I understand that some of these messages may feel very specific and might not resonate with everyone. Take what resonates with you and trust your intuition as your guide through these readings. If this message connects, great. If not, feel free to explore other aspects or themes that might be more relevant to your situation. To wrap up, I'll draw a card from the Rumi Oracle deck. The card I pulled is Sacred Phoenix Heart, and here's a message from the guidebook. Under the cover of blood, love veils many rose gardens. In total faith, love tenderly guides every lover to the garden of the heart. Reason says the world is limited in 6 directions. There is no way out. Love says there is a way, and I have travelled it many times. Rumi. The guidebook adds, love guides us through travails that seem improbable, if not impossible. It does not shy away from any challenge, from any cause. It cannot. It is just love's way. Love says to us, there is always another way. You are receiving this guidance now. Thank you for joining me for this reading. If you resonate with my energy and would like to stay connected, follow me on Instagram @MagnetizeOfficial and consider subscribing to the channel for more insights.